Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Reinvest You. My name is Dinesha, and this is my digital space. Here at Reinvest You, I've created a digital platform that serves women in personal development. Now, I know you're thinking, oh my goodness, not another course. Yes, it is another course. And it's plenty of workbooks, plenty of lessons, plenty of worksheets, plenty of DIYs, and we even have presentations for you to help you grow in your personal or your professional development. Now, a little bit about me. I was once a little girl that was very afraid to grow up in life. I was once a little girl who was silenced by others. I was overlooked. I felt like no one really truly understood me or loved me the way that I needed to. So as I grew up, I tried to compensate and fill these empty spaces inside of me with things like men, drugs, clothing, hair, making more money, trying to fit in crevices that I had no business in. If you understand what I'm saying, Phenomenal Transformations digital course may be something that you can prosper from. So as a result of being in a 12-step program, I had come to the conclusion that I needed something more in life. And I wanted to curate, cultivate, and develop something that women could thrive not only from, but also thrive into and expand in their personal and professional development. Now, a lot of times, us as women, we feel like once we have the careers, once we have the relationship, we start families, we have a nice car, that we've reached our peak in life. And then we get to a point where we feel stuck and we're in this vicious cycle where we're not being fulfilled anymore. Kids may grow up and go to college, move out of the house, the relationship may not work or it may become null and dull. We may get to a point in life where we're ready to pivot, but we really don't know what we need to pivot to or where or how to even start to pivot. So we're at a standstill. That's where Phenomenal Transformations comes into play for you. So the very first thing Phenomenal Transformations introduces you to is how to set an intention. Okay. So we go over what an intention is, what it's not, how to create and cultivate your own intention. And I'll tell you right now, all intentions are created from the energy of our soul. Okay. As our souls have corridors, our spirits become accompanying companions to travel the corridors of our soul. And what it does is it releases energy for us to take along with us and extend to others, extend to opportunities, careers, people, family, events, situations, social circles, anything that you choose to. So everything that you do is going to be a result of the intention that was already there, which precedes any action, any goal, or any development plan that we may have in life. So making sure and knowing what your intentions are from jump will definitely be a platform or foundation for anything that you do. Because a lot of times we're not sure about our intentions and we're also unsure about our motives. So when we're unsure about our intentions and our motives, we can be blindsided by our emotional upheavals and we can allow ego to take control. And we all know what happens when the ego takes control. We end up in a dump, or we end up in a state of apology because we've caused harm to either someone else or ourselves. So once you get your intention in place, once you set the mood for your intention, then we'll introduce you to your core spiritual principle. This is the principle that you choose, and I say at least one, but you can have as many as you want. I will probably encourage you to only make 3 max when you first start because you don't want to be overwhelmed with this. However, once you set your intention, you're going to anchor yourself down to a spiritual principle. This spiritual principle will allow you to hold yourself accountable for your actions. So anytime you're going through a conversation, going to some type of event, maybe you're going to work, maybe you're going to pick up the kids, you might not be feeling too good, you will remind yourself of what your intention is, and then your spiritual principle is going to be right there so that you can remember what you intended to do and hold yourself accountable and adhere to that spiritual principle. I myself have two favorite spiritual principles. The first one being honesty, because if I'm not honest with myself, there's no way I'm going to be honest with anyone else. The second one is self-compassion. As I curate and expand into self-compassion, I'm allowed to extend that compassion to others. Now, there are a vast amount of spiritual principles you have to choose from. I've curated a list of maybe about 50 or 60, but I encourage you to research spiritual principles, spiritual elements, and make sure that you find something that suits your intention and that will help you to develop in your personal and professional endeavors. Now, the third thing we do in Module 1 is we learn how to take a big task and break it down into miniature tasks. So we'll take a purpose and we'll break it down to milestones, and then we'll break that milestone down to goals. And then we're going to intentionalize our action steps. So how do you intentionalize an action step? Well, the first thing you do is you look at this goal and you ask yourself, is this goal going to get me any closer to the milestone within my purpose? So, prime example, if someone wants to go back to school to change their career, the first thing you're going to do is think about what it is that you want to go back to school for. Okay, so let's say I want to go back to school to become a surgeon's tech, right? Or a surgeon. Let's say a surgeon. Let's make it good, right? We're going to become a surgeon, a cardiovascular surgeon, right? As my niece wants to become. And the first thing you're going to do is, if you're anything like me, you're going to look up the financial status of a cardiovascular surgeon. So once you look up the financial status, then you'll be able to determine if this is something you want. The second thing you're probably going to do is you're going to look at how long you're going to have to be in school. And then you're going to kind of compare that to your work schedule, because you still have to work to pay bills. The third thing you're probably going to do is start looking for some universities, colleges, or community tech school or community colleges in your area that you'll travel to. You're going to look at travel time. So all of these things serve as milestones and goals in your overall purpose. So then you're going to start calling around and see what benefits you best. Some classes or schools may require you to have prerequisites, while others may just allow you to go through the program from A to Z. So from zero to completion, they can suit you. Some community colleges and universities may require for you to already have prerequisites and credits prior to even enrolling into that course. So those are just some of the little things that you're going to have to look into. So when we talk about setting goals as stepping stones to milestones, and then to our overall purpose in our life, our passions in life, then we have to look at these things, zoom out, look at the big picture, and then we can zoom back in and take those small steps. So intentionalizing our action steps is what we do when we set small goals, and then we reach the goal. You plan, and then you act. And then you plan, and then you act. So after we go over the intentionalized action plan, which you're going to create yourself, I provided a guide for you to do that. Then you're going to be introduced to a spiritual alignment. I can't even waste the time trying to explain what that's going to be like for you, because it's personal. All right. After your spiritual alignment, you're going to actually start to create your intention overall. So the first thing is to be introduced to an intention, and you're going to set your intention, adhere to a spiritual principle, and you're going to start to create curate your goals in order to reach that milestone or that goal, that high goal you set for yourself. And then you go through your spiritual alignment, and what that spiritual alignment does is introduces you into an empowered mindset. After you're introduced to your empowered mindset, then you're going to go back and you're going to reset your intentions. Your intentions may stay the same, become a little bit deeper and a little bit more personal due to your passion and your level of love and the energy that you put into it, or it could overall change. I encourage you to do yourself a favor, do your loved ones a favor, do yourself, do your friends a favor, and take module 1, which is for free right now. Now, if you're on this page, this is my website page. You're going to scroll to the bottom of the page, and you're going to click on the preview section, which will allow you to take module 1 for free. All right? Do yourself a favor. Expand into it. Take your time. There is no time limit on this. Don't worry. I'm not going to shut module 1 down. I wouldn't do that to you, sis. I encourage you to start today. Do me a favor. Once you're finished with the first lesson, intentions, I want you to get on Facebook and I want you to tag me and just share a little bit about how your perspective is changed based on what you now know about intentions. Because a lot of times we think intentions and goals are the same things, and they're not. So I look forward to meeting you. I look forward to guiding you. I look forward to doing some personalized coaching with you if that's what you need as an extension to the course. Tag me, give me feedback, let me know what you liked, what you didn't like. Tag your friends, plaster the link all over your social media. Tell them how wonderful Phenomenal Transformations Module 1 is. And don't forget to mention it's free. It's free. Don't leave that out, all right? I hope to see you on site soon. I wish you the best. Be kind to yourself and be phenomenal in your transformation.